Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening podcast for May 2nd, 2022. Firstly, Germany's domestic intelligence agency has classified the far-right Alternative for Germany party as a suspected case of extremism, allowing for increased surveillance. This move is seen as a significant blow to the party's ambitions and comes amid rising concerns about far-right ideology in Europe. Secondly, the recent mineral deal between the United States and Ukraine has sent shockwaves through the global economy, leaving Russia's financial future hanging in the balance. Experts predict that Russia's economy will struggle to recover from the loss of its European gas market, with chronic shortages and a lack of manpower and money contributing to its demise. Lastly, China and the United States may be inching closer to trade talks after a period of escalating tensions. Beijing is assessing the possibility of trade negotiations with Washington, but emphasizes that any talks must be based on mutual respect and the correction of what they see as U.S. mistakes regarding tariffs. These stories are complex and multifaceted, with significant implications for global trade, economies, and politics. We'll continue to bring you in-depth analysis and updates as more information becomes available. That's all for tonight's special report. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press. And now, a word from our sponsor. This concludes our evening broadcast. Until next time, good night, and we hope you stay informed. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, a powerful earthquake struck off the coast of Japan, resulting in significant damage and loss of life. The Japanese government has issued a tsunami warning, and rescue efforts are underway. Secondly, tensions between India and Pakistan have escalated following a recent attack in Kashmir. Both countries have blamed each other for the violence, and nationalist rhetoric is fueling the situation. We urge restraint from both sides and a peaceful resolution to this crisis. Lastly, the conflict in the Middle East continues to unfold, with significant humanitarian implications. The war in Gaza has resulted in thousands of civilian casualties, and the involvement of countries like the US and UK has raised concerns about further escalation. We're committed to providing balanced and fair reporting on this complex issue. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges facing our world today. At AI Daily Press, we're dedicated to bringing you accurate, informative, and nuanced reporting. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again soon. Hi. This is Barbara, signing off. Now for the latest in business and finance. Here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at ASML Holdings' solid earnings report, which suggests a strong demand for its semiconductor equipment. This is good news for investors in the tech industry as a whole. Secondly, we discussed Ares Capital and Honeywell International, two companies with promising prospects. Ares Capital offers an attractive investment opportunity with its solid long-term potential in key markets, while Honeywell's impressive earnings report and planned spin-off make it a compelling choice for growth. Lastly, our team attended the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting in Omaha, where Warren Buffett shared his wisdom on long-term value creation, responsible corporate governance, and the importance of fiduciary duty. The event was a huge success, with attendees hanging on to every word from the legendary investor. That's all for tonight, folks. As I always say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Remember to stay informed, stay vigilant, and don't panic. Where do you stay your money Monday? We'll explore that topic another time. Until next time, keep on investing and smiling. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. In our latest series of episodes, we've been exploring some fascinating developments in space exploration. Firstly, we delved into the world of artificial intelligence and its application in space research, with a story about AI-powered systems being used to analyze data from NASA's lunar missions. We also examined the potential risks and benefits of using AI in space exploration, including the possibility of autonomous spacecraft making decisions without human intervention. Next, we looked at the re-entry of an old Soviet satellite, Cosmos 482, which was predicted to make an uncontrolled re-entry into our atmosphere. While the risks were deemed low, this event highlighted the importance of responsible space exploration and debris mitigation. Finally, we analyzed the Trump administration's Flight 26 budget, which includes significant investments in human space exploration, with a focus on returning to the moon and sending manned missions to Mars. We discussed the implications of this budget for NASA's future plans, including the retirement of the Space Launch System rocket and Orion capsule, and the increasing role of private companies like SpaceX in lunar and Mars missions. These stories have left us with more questions than answers about the future of space exploration. What will be the outcome of these investments? How will they shape the course of human history? And what wonders await us on the moon and Mars? The universe remains full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and it's up to us to continue exploring, pushing boundaries, and wondering. That's all for tonight's edition of the AI Daily Press. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating world of space exploration. Until next time, good night, and keep looking up at those stars. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we delved into the complex world of college athletics, where revenue sharing and athlete compensation are becoming increasingly pivotal issues. The future of these sports hinges on how effectively these matters are addressed, ensuring fairness and sustainability for all involved. Next, we took a culinary journey with some of the world's top athletes, discovering their favorite dishes that fuel their remarkable performances. From pasta to soul food, it was enlightening to see how even the most elite athletes have cravings just like everyone else, highlighting the human side of these sports icons. Lastly, we're on the eve of the Kentucky Derby, with anticipation building over how the contenders will handle a potentially wet track. Several horses have experienced racing in such conditions, but the unpredictable nature of horse racing means that any outcome is possible. We also touched upon the possibility of Baeza joining the field, should another horse be scratched. These stories not only showcase the diversity and depth of sports news, but also remind us of the personal, human elements that make these athletes so compelling to watch and follow. Until next time on the AI Daily Press, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you more engaging analysis and updates from the world of sports. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm Howard Closewell for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.